of Biafra TV.
We lead, we shine, we last. The first, the best, and the last.
From the east to the world, hear the truth unfold. No other station does it better. Truth be told, real stories, real power, real Biafran soul. Every day, every hour, we taking control.
Breaking every silence, letting voices rise. Standing for the people, opening their eyes. Strong and unshaken, both for all to see. Broadcasting the future.
Voice of Biafra TV.
There is only one. Only one broadcaster network. Voice of Biafra TV. The first, the best, and the last. Voice of Biafra TV.
First to speak, best to watch, last to
Voice of Biafra TV. Voice of Biafra TV.
Holy war, holy war.
Voice of Biafra TV.
Only one, no only one.
Only one. Only one. Voice of Biafra TV. Only one. Only one. Voice of Biafra TV. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Voice of Biafra TV. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Hear the people sing at last. Voice of Biafra TV.
In the heart of Africa, a nation bleeds, not from a single wound, but from 1,000 cuts, inflicted by a false union, never meant to endure. This is the story of Nigeria. A giant built on false foundations, now straining beneath the weight of its own contradictions. And at the center of that storm stands the unbroken spirit of Biafra, crying out for freedom from a nightmare that has consumed millions. It began with the rivers of blood in 1966. Thousands of Biafran men, women and children, professionals, traders, students and families who had built lives across the Federation became targets in the northern city, fueled by ethnic hatred and religious hostility. Mobs descended upon innocent civilians. They were slaughtered in their homes, in crowded markets, and aboard trains carrying desperate families back to the east. Streets were littered with bodies, rivers choked with corpses. Survivors returned to the east carrying trauma, grief, and the painful realization that they were no longer wanted in the Nigerian Union.
Biafra, Biafra,
voice of truth and freedom.
Biafra, Biafra.
The rising sun will rise again. Then came May 30th, 1967. A desperate act of survival. What followed were 30 months of unimaginable devastation. The Nigerian military, armed and backed by foreign powers, including Britain, Russia and Egypt, surrounded the young republic. A total blockade was imposed. No food, no medicine, no escape. Starvation became a weapon of war. 5 million, mostly civilians, many of them children, perished during what was not just a conflict but genocide against Biafra. Bombs fell on markets, hospitals and villages. Communities were razed. The world watched in silence while famine hollowed the faces of innocent children. Some nations spoke out, but many turned away. The war officially ended in paper in 1917 under the declaration, no victor, no vanquished. Yet for Biafrans, the suffering did not end. Their properties were confiscated, careers destroyed. Biafrans were given only 20 pounds regardless of how much they had. Entire families struggled to rebuild shattered lives. The promise of reintegration faded into disappointment. Marginalization deepened in Nigerian government appointments. Infrastructure and control of resources from Biafran land. Oil flowing from the Biafra land enriched the center, while much of the east remained neglected. Roads deteriorated, industries collapsed.
Biafra, Biafra.
Voice of truth and freedom. The rising sun will rise again. The nightmare did not disappear, rather it evolved. Across Nigeria today, violence and insecurity continue to devastate communities. Armed attacks by Fulani herdsmen, terrorists, have left villages destroyed, farmers killed, women violated, children orphaned and churches burned. Boko Haram and its offshoots have unleashed terror across multiple regions in the southeast. Demands for Biafra and self-determination are often met with military crackdowns, arrests and bloodshed. Protesters have been killed, fear and tension continue to rise. These tragedies reflect the deadly consequences of forcing vastly different peoples into one political structure. Through the 1914 British amalgamation, distinct ethnic nations, religion, traditions, ideologies, and systems of governance were merged without consent and without a shared national vision. The North's feudal and religious conservatism can never blend with the South's entrepreneurial drive. And the East Republican individualism attempts to hold the Union together continue to be at the cost of innocent blood. Why does Biafra matter?
Biafra means self-determination.
Biafra represents dignity, survival, and the right of a people to life and choose their future.
Biafra
Symbolizes resistance, innovation, enterprise, and hope. The vision is of a nation with secure borders, focused development, protection of its citizens, and economic engagement with the world of future free. alliances, military force or federal quota system, but a peaceful separation based on shared values and voluntary association. History shows that artificial unions often fracture violently, while honest separation can allow wounded nations to recover.
Biafra is not dead, Biafra lives.
It lives because the desire for freedom cannot be extinguished. Nigeria's ongoing crisis, corruption, insecurity, poverty, and division are proof that one structure cannot hold people with dangerous diversities together. For the million already lost, for the children yet unborn.
Biafra,
Biafra independence is non-negotiable. Let Africa remember that true unity cannot be sustained by force. The world must listen before more lives are lost.
Biafra,
Biafra lives, freedom calls. God bless Biafra. God bless the land of the rising sun. God bless Biafra Republic, government in exile, led by Prime Minister His Excellency Ogechukwu Mkere, for standing tall in the pursuit of Biafra independence.
Biafra,
We are joined by the former chairman of the Africa Subcommittee, who is now over at the Energy and Commerce Committee, John James, and I want to thank him. February of 2024, he had a very important hearing on Nigeria and other advocacy throughout that time. So the floor is yours.
Mr. Chairman, thank you so much for your personal invitation, for your leadership, and for your friendship. I'm honored to be back. Psalms 96:14 asks, "Who will rise up for me against the wicked? Who will take a stand for me against evildoers?" Nigeria is facing one of the gravest religious freedom crises in the world. As the former chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee on Africa, I have visited and have seen firsthand the direness of the conditions in what is now the deadliest place on earth to be a Christian. They are targeted, displaced, and killed simply for their faith. The ancient plea, "Is there no help for the widow's son?" still echoes today. Since 2019, nearly 17,000 Christians have been killed. In the first 7 months of this year alone, hundreds more were murdered. On June 13th, during the Yellowwater massacre, more than 280 Christians were slaughtered in a single day. These are not isolated tragedies, but a sustained pattern of religiously motivated violence, often ignored or even enabled by the Nigerian government. Extremist groups like Boko Haram, Fulani militants, and ISIS West Africa attack often without any meaningful intervention from authorities. The lack of response has created an atmosphere of impunity where Christians continue to live in constant threat and fear. The United States has previously recognized this crisis. President Trump not only designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern during his first term, but redesignated it again in his second term after President Biden inexplicably removed that designation. Religious persecution is tied to political repression and weakening institutions in Nigeria. Example, the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a clear example. In 2022, Nigeria's Court of Appeal struck down the charges against him and ordered his release. The UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention has also called for his unconditional release. Yet he remains in solitary confinement, in deteriorating health, and recently had to represent himself in court. Nigeria has signaled that the law is optional and targeting Christians is fair game. Just hours ago this morning, despite the pleas and cries of the Nigerian people and many Nigerian lawmakers, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was convicted on all charges. For fiscal year 2025, the U.S. has requested nearly $8 billion for sub-Saharan Africa. But when Americans see political prisoners, judicial defiance, and the slaughter of Christians, they understandably ask as they meet their own struggles, why should our tax dollars support governments that refuse to protect their own people? Is our aid aiding a genocide? Nigeria is a nation of tremendous potential. But that potential is being choked out by violent persecution of its Christian population. No country can build a stable future where churches are burned, believers are killed, and communities live in fear. The United States must stay engaged, and Nigeria must change course now.
Great people of Biafra. This is the voice of Biafra. The voice that cannot be silenced. The voice of truth, resilience, and freedom. Speaking to you in the spirit of courage and in the language of liberation. Nigeria government has lost control over insecurity. Fellow listeners, what was once whispered in fear, what was once denied in arrogance, has now become a reality too loud to ignore. A nation staggering under the weight of its own contradictions is rapidly losing control over insecurity. From the north to the south, from the east to the west, the land trembles, not from natural disaster, but from man-made chaos. Communities abandoned, villages raided under the cover of darkness, highways turned into corridors of fear. Citizens left to fend for themselves. In a country where the government once promised protection, the question now echoes across the land. Where is the government? Where are the security forces? Where is the accountability? In recent times, markets have become targets. Travelers have become victims. Families have become statistics. And yet, those in power continue to speak in rehearsed tone. Detached from the suffering of the people, observers say, this is no longer a matter of isolated incidents. This is systemic failure. A collapse of responsibility. A nation where innocent lives are wasted daily. As fear grips the population, a new reality emerges. The people have lost confidence. Trust has been eroded. Hope has faded. But here, on this frequency, we do not deal in fear. We deal in truth. And the truth is this. A government that cannot protect its people has failed its most sacred duty to the people. Listen. Remain vigilant. Remain aware. Remain strong. Nigeria has failed its citizens, and in awareness lies survival. This is a wake-up call. You are listening to the voice of Biafra, where truth lives and freedom speaks. Biafrans stand firm until justice speaks louder than silence. And stay safe. God bless Biafra Republic. God bless Biafra Republic government in exile.
Voice of the East, hey, hear our voices rise, hey.
Land of the rising sun, shining bright for everyone. We rise, we shine, we stand tall. From every town we answer the call.
Voice of the East, hey, voice of the East, hey, voice of the East, hey, hear our voices rise, hey.
Land of the rising sun, shining bright for everyone. We rise, we shine, we stand tall. From every town we answer the call.
Voice of the East, hey, voice of the East,
Yeah, From the rivers and valleys to the hills so high, Our dreams keep growing beneath the sky. No more fear, no looking behind. We're hope in our hearts and a future to find. Together we're building, together we're strong. United in purpose, moving along. The light keeps shining for all to see. A people of courage and dignity.
Voice of the East, hey. Hear our voices rise, hey. Land of the rising sun, shining bright for everyone. We rise, we shine, we stand tall. From every town we answer the call. Voice of the East, hey. Voice of the East, hey. Voice of the East, hey. Hear our voices rise, hey. Land of the rising sun, shining bright for everyone.
Voices rise. Whoa.
Voice of the East, hear our voices rise.
Land of the rising sun, forever shining bright. We rise, we shine. A future filled with hope and light.
Voice of the East, hey!
Forever shining bright.
Voice of the East.
In the rising sun of a new dawn, a nation stood tall on her own ground. May 30, 1967, the flag was raised. Land of the rising sun, freedom proclaimed. All over Biafra land, the people sang and danced, tired of broken promises and iron chains. In July 6, 1967, Nigeria waged a genocidal war against the young republic. The drums of war began to sound. Nigeria turned against us on our own sacred ground. May 30, 1967,
we still remember
the day hope was born
and hell descended.
Rivers ran red, children cried for food in the shadow of famine
and flying bombs.
Biafra, Biafra,
your name we call.
though they tried to bury you
Behind the wall,
your spirit lives
in every soul that knows
the price of freedom
and the blood that flows.
Hey. Blockade and hunger became their sword. Kwashiorkor scars on bodies of the young and children. Women buried babies in shallow graves, while the world watched and looked the other way. From Ulier Street to the starving fields, 1 million souls crossed into eternity. They called it war, we call it genocide. Our peoples will refuse to die. May 30, 1967,
We still remember
the day hope was born
and hell descended.
Rivers ran red,
Children cried for food
in the shadow of famine
and flying bombs.
Biafra, Biafra,
Your name we call.
though they tried to bury you
Behind the wall,
your spirit lives in every soul that knows the price of freedom and the blood that flows. Whoa. No victors, only survivors left to tell of the pain, the courage, and the tears that fell. Nigeria may hide one flag, but two wounds remain. Only Biafra independence can heal these wounds in the heart of a nation, still carrying the pain. We do not forget, we will not be silent, for the unborn children and the dead who cry loudest. May 30, 1967, echoes in the wind, never to be erased. Biafra lives in memory and in flame. One day the truth will speak your name. We say it loud and clear. Never again, never again, never again. Biafra independence is not negotiable. Biafra independence is not negotiable. Biafra leaves. Today Nigeria is in confusion. Jihadist terrorist killings everywhere in Nigeria. Biafra leaves. Retreat and surrender is dead for us. Therefore, no retreat, no surrender. God bless Biafra Republic, government in exile, under the leadership of Prime Minister His Excellency Ogechukwu Mkere, for standing tall for Biafra independence and freedom. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun. In the rising sun of a new dawn, a nation stood tall on her own ground. May 30, 1967, the flag was raised. Land of the rising sun, freedom proclaimed. All over Biafra land, the people sang and danced, tired of broken promises and iron chains. In July 6, 1967, Nigeria waged a genocidal war against the young republic. The drums of war began to sound. Nigeria turned against us on our own sacred ground. May 30, 1967, we still remember the day hope was born and hell descended. Rivers ran red, children cried for food in the shadow of famine and flying bombs. Biafra, Biafra, your name we call. Though they tried to bury you behind the wall, your spirit lives in every soul that knows the price of freedom and the blood that flows. Hey. Blockade and hunger became their sword. Kwashiorkor scars on bodies of the young and children. Women buried babies in shallow graves, while the world watched and looked the other way. From Ulier Street to the starving fields, 1 million souls crossed into eternity. They call it war, we call it genocide. Our peoples will refuse to die. May 30, 1967, we still remember the day hope was born and hell descended. Rivers ran red, children cried for food in the shadow of famine and flying bombs. Biafra, Biafra, your name we call. Though they try to bury you behind the wall, your spirit lives in every soul that knows the price of freedom and the blood that flows. Whoa. No victors, only survivors left to tell of the pain, the courage, and the tears that fell. Nigeria may hide one flag, but 2 wounds remain. Only Biafra independence can heal these wounds in the heart of a nation still carrying the pain. We do not forget, we will not be silent for the unborn children and the dead who cry loudest. May 30, 1967, echoes in the wind, never to be erased. Biafra lives in memory and in flame. One day the truth will speak your name. We say it loud and clear. Never again, never again, never again. Biafra independence is not negotiable. Independence is not negotiable. Biafra leaves. Today Nigeria is in confusion. Jihadist terrorist killings everywhere in Nigeria. Biafra leaves. Retreat and surrender is dead for us. Therefore, No retreat, no surrender. God bless Biafra Republic, government in exile. Under the leadership of Prime Minister His Excellency Ogechukwu Mkere, for standing tall for Biafra independence and freedom. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra. God bless Biafra, the land of the rising sun.
It's not about ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban. They think about the Mujahideens. And they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care, as long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia and there is whatever thing they have in their head they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Asu Rock. The intention is to Islamize Nigeria and practice Sharia. And it doesn't matter if some people die. It doesn't matter if you're embarrassed. It doesn't matter if our economy has generated. Look at the interest rate. Look at the inflation rate. Look at the debt profile of Nigeria. They don't care. As long as at the end, the Quran is at the sea. So some people in this country have this mindset. And we must tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you die. If you don't tell it, you die. Some people have this mindset to Islamize the nation. And they are in the government. And people know them. The DSS know them. The NIA know them. The DIA knows them. You can't succeed without an inside person. And this attack you saw has insiders' collaboration.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior Abdulrahman Dambazel, met with the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop the kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday as negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking for 160 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The herdsman crisis has risen since 2015 after Muhammadu Buhari became president. Their rampage has spread not only in the north but also throughout the southern zones of the country. The killings by the herdsmen has led them to be tagged the fourth most dangerous and deadly terrorist group in the world by the World Terror Index. The acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, who was also at the meeting in Kebbi State, added that over 1,000 people have been killed and many more kidnapped in Kaduna. However, he said that this intervention was necessary to bring the criminals to book. The Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu said hosting the meeting in his state shows the seriousness of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in tackling the security challenges in the country. Responding, the president of the association, Alhaji Muhammad Kirua, said the meeting would serve as a foundation for peace between the Fulani herdsmen and farmers and among Fulanis themselves. Roots TV, Nigeria.
To do negotiation, do it and finish it. If we are going to fight, we'll fight it to the finish. What is the big deal? We know everything. Why are we covering? Why are we covering all these things? And I want to align myself with distinguished Senator Abaribe. Sir, the issue that must take precedence is who withdrew the soldiers from Maga Primary School, on whose instruction. The world want to know, Nigerians want to know, we that is particularly affected, we want to know, sir. First of all, colleagues, I am very happy and sad at the same time. Happy in the sense that the 24 girls from Maga in my own constituency that were abducted have been released and they are all safe and healthy. They have not been molested. But distinguished Senate President and colleague, we must search our minds. As we keep saying, sir, we know who these bandits are. We know where they are. We know what they want. What is left for us to conclude if we are going to do negotiation, do it and finish it? If we are going to fight, we'll fight it to the finish. What is the big deal? We know everything. Why are we covering? Why are we covering all these things? And I want to align myself with distinguished Senator Abaribe. Sir, the issue that must take precedence is who withdrew the soldiers from Maga Primary School, on whose instruction. The world want to know, Nigerians want to know, we that is particularly affected, we want to know, sir. Because if we don't get to the bottom of this incident will be repeating itself. Thank you very much, the Senator.
But at the end of it, I don't want to go because these things are all, the tapes are available, the records are there. In fact, only about 2 weeks ago I saw it set on the records again. The transcripts are available. But we talked about the Nigerian situation. And certainly, at the end, everybody says, oh, you tell them this, you did that. The fact was that our case was so clear that I actually believe at the end of Aburi that the problem was not Gawan, but probably some ambassadors in Lagos who were pressing on something else. Because we understood each other. We agreed on every single point. The drafting was, in fact, my chief secretary with 2 other chief secretaries from the other side. They said, no, no, no. And drafted, and agreed, we looked at it, we agreed. General Ankara read over the whole report again to us at the end. Asked us if we wanted to amend anything. No. At the end of all that, the position was so good that actually Ankara drove Jack Gawan and myself to the airport. Jack was sitting on his left, I was sitting on his right. He was in the middle. And in the course of that journey, at a point, General Ankara shook his head and said, oh, thank you. Thank you. If only we can go on like this, everything would be all right. I believe I was the one. As I do now from time to time, I go for the dramatic. Suddenly I picked up Gawan's hand, put it on Ankara's lap, brought my other hand, placed it on it, and I said, General Sir, hold us together, I want to say something. So General Ankara put his hand on top of the two hands, and I said, General, I want to assure you that I am totally satisfied with everything we said. I will even go further and say to you something I did not say at the conference, and that is that once we have implemented everything we have said, I would ask you for one favor and one favor only, and that would be to be the one to propose Jack Gawan as a head of state of Nigeria.
To play up through the gallery, not being sincere.
At Aburi, yes, we agreed on area commands for the armed forces. At Aburi, we agreed that the police force will be decentralized. We agreed on those. Yes. We agreed even to show that we didn't separate. At Aburi, we also agreed on a certain revenue formula. That's what happened at Aburi. Aburi again, because I always end up, it sounds odd today, but I always end up saying I must have been naive, because I believed actually that would be the end. I'll confess to you, when I got back to Enugu, oh yes, I had a party, believing that probably the danger was over. That's what we thought. Until they then began to deny everything. It was the denial of Nigeria that made me publish the tapes of Aburi, because we had insisted that each one should have a set of tapes. Everybody talks about confederation. Go and look at the transcript. There is no time that the word confederation came from my lips.
Today they will tell us they are here, tomorrow they are here. Everybody knows within our area. But we will not see any action taking place. That is to say, sir, we need this Senate to tell the armed forces to be reporting progress every week, so that state by state, otherwise it will be a mess of all issues and we will not be seeing progress. Sir, I beg you that time is right now, that this problem is solvable. We have seen progress. We should not allow this progress to be derailed. We should pursue this remnant of these people so that our next election can be peaceful and sustainable. And we have something to sell to our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads, keep your schools. We just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President. Please save our life and our people. We are not bothered about roads now or schools. Please save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much, sir.
Senator.
Good to have you back again, and this is Voice of Biafra Television, live. It is Saturday, and we shall be joining the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic of Nigeria live from Washington, D.C. Prime Minister, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much. Welcome to Voice of Biafra TV. You may go ahead.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Information. Before our regular exercise that we do every Saturday, of which we all know why we do what we do on Saturday, is to raise a fund we can use to help our people in Biafra land because we must be free. And we expect everyone to be part of this great movement, please. Fellow citizens, greeting from here. On behalf of Biafra Republic Government in exile, the entire cabinet, both home and abroad, the de facto government, we greet you. And we want to say those that are fighting for Biafra, please kindly keep fighting. Our freedom is here, very close, nearer than before. Freedom is not given, freedom is taken. And I'm glad, and I believe you are, that we all are seeing the end of Nigeria. Nigeria is falling apart every day. Every day. And what is the government of Nigeria doing? They are not protecting the life of the citizens. They are not protecting the life of Biafran Christian or the life of Nigeria Christian. Do you know the reason why? Because the Nigerian government is insecurity. They are part and parcel of the foundation of these terrorists. Nigeria have been marked out to be Islamized. And you as a Biafran, will you allow this terrorist state of Nigeria to Islamize you? Doesn't it break your heart when you see how your people have been massacred, Biafran Christian, or even these Nigerian Christians, those that believe in Nigeria? But we Biafrans, we don't believe in Nigeria. Nigeria have failed us for over 100 years. Nothing we can boast or rejoice or be glad how Nigeria have helped us. Because of time, I wish Minister of Information, I will actually love you to play the video of this so-called man of God, this Odumeje. It's true that Odumeje mentioned Nigeria while he was addressing his church, but Odumeje 100% understand that he is a Biafran. Odumeje said, time of keeping quiet is over. But one problem I have with these people is that today they talk about, they'll be telling you something else and they're doing something else. Like that pastor already know that Nigeria is a failed state, nothing is working. Why don't he support Biafra? Please, Minister of Information, provide the video if you can find it. So Odumeje actually speak from both side of his mouth, condemning Nigeria. Even Odumeje made it clear that Nigeria have no government. How will a country built on faulty foundation have a government? There is no way. Nigeria have failed us, and we don't want to fail ourselves. Nigeria have disappointed us. We don't want to disappoint ourselves. Please, you as a Biafra, seeing what is happening in the entire Nigeria today, is it not high time you sing hallelujah, support your freedom, knowing that your freedom is here? We saw a group of people a few days ago protesting about saving Nigeria, about how Nigeria will be better. Some are actually crying out loud, talking about this president called Tinubu, that Tinubu must go. Tinubu go where? The same people that are protesting a few days ago, they campaigned for him. they supported him, they vote for him. Instead of this group of people that already know the solution. The solution is for us to go our separate ways. The North can be better off on their own. The Middle Belt, they are good in agriculture. They can be better off. The Oduduwa Republic, they also have resources that they can live on with. If we all go our separate way, we will all excel. Our future, Biafran Christian future, will be bright like never before. The Middle Belt will be better off. These Yoruba people will be better off. The Southwest, wherever they go around the world, they contribute to that society. What about the Islamic jihadist terrorists? Where have you seen them contributing to any society that they find themselves? Just yesterday, the ongoing World Cup, Oduduwa Republic son actually participated and he scored 2 goals for United States of America. Have you seen anyone from this Islamic jihadist terrorists well in any country across the globe? The answer is no. The Yoruba people, they can be better off. We Biafran can be better off as well. For that reason, fund your freedom. In a few minutes' time, we'll be doing our regular exercise. Please kindly join so you can fund your freedom. Because Nigeria is burning. It can never be better. And for those doing protests, talking about Tinubu must go, Tinubu is going nowhere. He's their brother. He's their father. He is their hero. He is there to help Biafra to come. Tinubu, keep doing what you are doing, because what you are doing makes us have hope. Because what is happening in Nigeria today, if that don't happen, people of that region will now get freedom. The entity called Nigeria is a disgrace. That entity must be destroyed. But the people, the inhabitants of the land, they can be saved. They can get a better life. If they realize that them freeing themselves from Nigeria will save their life. Just like Titanic, only those that are able to find their way to getting in the life-saving boat, they are the one that were saved from that horrible stuff that happened, to Titanic ship that carried thousands of people. We need to jump out of Nigeria, because if we don't exit Nigeria, Nigeria will exit us by eliminating us, by killing us. A former commander, I think it's a general or Major Kunle, I believe, on our VOB today, you can hear him talking about how the Nigerian terrorists colluded, how they are part of what is happening in Nigeria today. The leaders of that country, they don't care about the innocent Biafran Christians nor Nigerian Christians that have been massacred. Even Tinubu that claimed that his wife is a pastor that don't even care about these innocent children that have been murdered, beheaded. I don't know how Remi Tinubu sleep. I don't know how Tinubu sleep. If God can help me a little bit, If God can help the Biafran people, of which He already be helping us by exposing the atrocity of Nigeria, by letting Nigeria, those that identify as themselves as Nigeria and the terrorists, their brother, by allowing these terrorists to go after their so-called brother. Please, Biafra, fund your freedom. Support your freedom. Support your freedom. And for those Biafrans that have waking up like somebody like Peter Obi, Peter Obi believe he well understand and he knew he is a Biafran, but he's just working for the interest of those that have paid him or those that are trying to sabotage our freedom, being the British government. Peter Obi was saying that Biafrans have the right to agitate. Biafra have the right to fight. But the same Peter Obi, Grigori Peter Obi, the same Peter Obi massacred Biafrans during the time of Mazon. Hypocrites, evil people. The same Peter Obi is talking about if he win the presidential election of Nigeria, then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. So Peter Obi wants Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be in detention till 2027. You see what this evil man that is working with this terrorist country of Nigeria, what he have wished Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans at large. Please, Biafrans, don't be moved. Stand your ground. Don't let no one deceive you. Don't let no one bully you. As far as what is happening in Nigeria today, I love it. Let it keep happening. Let everywhere in that disgraced country start burning. That is what we help the indigenous. That is what we motivate the indigenous to start fighting for their freedom. Because some have not woken up to know that Nigeria is being mapped out to Islamize people that dwell or reside in that region. We, Biafra, we must exit. Lately, I don't used to be on social media the way I used to. Because what is coming out of social media is eyesore. I don't know where the Christian congregation is, from Pope in Rome to across the world. Are they not seeing the way Christians have been massacred, way Christians have been treated? Why are they not speaking up? The Sabbath. Hypocrites everywhere. Some want to worship human beings, and why they are political correct. They want to live and dwell on political correctness in the expense of these innocent citizens that have been massacred, raped, butchered. It's not something we can cry about. We can only fight and be strong. The more we complain, the more about it, the more these people will kill us more. We just have to defend ourselves. As far as what is happening in Nigeria today, I love it. Let the fire burn. Look at what is happening in Sokoto. Indigenous citizens of that land are now running out of their land because the terrorists gave them ultimatum when to leave. What a shame! These people are parading themselves. They are free to walk anywhere they want to go. They have the monopoly, just like their terrorist brother called Dangote, Aliko Dangote. The Nigerian government, being a terrorist organization, being a terrorist government, they gave these Islamic jihadist terrorists, they gave them the number one priority or number one citizens of that land. They parade all streets, all neighborhood, city, county, freely. They walk freely. Even on social media, they boast. They post how they massacred Biafrans, how they massacred anyone that don't want to convert to Islam. And you as a Biafran, you are not supporting. What is the difference between you and the terrorist if you are not supporting? Please, Biafrans, don't be moved. Don't let no one deceive you. Biafra is here. Biafra is only hope you have. Oh my God. Biafra is the hope you have. Biafra can only get it better for you. Nigeria is not even able to provide you basic amenity like electricity, good road, good infrastructure, good school system, good hospital, good cleaning water, good job. All what this government of Nigeria do is to promise you and fail because they know people are just being stupid. Sorry that I used that word. But my question, why are these people fleeing from Sokoto? Why are some area in Sokoto now, they have been mandated to live by these terrorists? If somebody have whispered in your ears weeks, hours, days ago, months ago, that time is coming when people from the north, even Sokoto, will be running from their ancestral home. You will say how? Because the only language these jihadist terrorists know is the language of jihadism. Because it is a special war. It is what they believe that Allah said they must do. Jihadism, holy war. While you condemn their activity, while you condemn what they are doing, they are happy that they are doing it. Because it's part of their religion, it's part of what they are. Look at innocent citizens from Sokoto. But what is happening to them today? Some of the parents within this group, some of them actually gave birth to these terrorists. Remember what Gumi said, Sheikh Gumi. Gumi said these terrorists are their brothers. These terrorists are their brothers. Now look at what their brothers are doing to them. Please, Biafra, our freedom is here. Our freedom is in our hand. Don't let no one leave you. Nigeria can never walk in this generation. It can never work in next generation because the people of Biafrans, they are from different background, different ideology, different value system, different religion. We speak different language from this Islamic jihadists from the north. We eat different food. We worship different God. We worship the God who created the heaven and earth, Jehovah Chineke, Kike Abiyama. We worship him in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Why these terrorists? They shout, Allah Akbar when they are killing people, raping people, beheading people. The word Boko Haram means Western education is forbidden. Why Biafran Christians embrace the West? Why Biafran Christians embrace United States of America and make them our number one ally? While we embrace the Western civilization, the beautiful one that is built on Christian Judeo value, we don't practice Sharia. We don't know what is called Sharia. Sharia will actually kill us because we don't know anything. Sharia is just like an alien way of practice to us. Biafra, listen, fight for your freedom. Remember in the days of Noah, why God instructed Noah to talk to the people. God warned them through Noah that the flood is coming. Get in the flood. Repent. Instead of that, the people are doing buying and selling, giving daughters, son to add for marriage, partying, celebrating. Until Noah and his family get in the ark, and God used the angel to seal the ark of Noah. Only those in that ark survived the flood. Those that don't listen at that time, they all perish. Biafra, wake up. Oduduwa Yoruba people, Southwest. We understand the role the Yoruba people played during the war. We don't wish them dead. We don't wish them evil. We pray that they wake up, rise up, demand for their freedom, demand for the right to live, demand for a separate country where they would be better off. But if they don't, what is happening to them today, let it continue if that is what will bring Biafra. And you, Tinubu, you go nowhere. What Tinubu is doing is actually catapulting our freedom to the highest level. And Putobi trying to turn around to talk about if he win the election, he will release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Last few years ago, when Putobi was campaigning for election, he never mentioned Biafra. He never mentioned separatives. He never mentioned Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Why now? Some of you that are sabotaging us, you need to repent when you have the time. You need to repent when it's not too late. Because we will never forget. The Bible says love your enemy like you love yourself. And the Bible also makes us to understand that God is God of vengeance, God of justice. The Bible also condemns terrorism, condemns evil people. The Bible also makes us to understand that the terrorists, the evil people will be perished. But only those that do the will of God will have everlasting life. We stand on the word of God, where God made it clear that the evil people will be perished. Biafra, find your freedom before it's too late. If you don't, our God who created the heaven and earth will be angry with you. Terrorists, they will take over our land, not just take over our land, they will kill us. Biafrans, we cannot come to social media every day ranting, shouting, wake up. Please, it's time that you do the right thing. Our freedom is in our hand, and it will not be given on a platter of gold. Sometimes we used to sing that as a song. In history of mankind, your freedom can't be handed over to you. You have to fight it out. And for what is happening in Nigeria today is a welcome development. I love it because it helped my cause. It helped the cause of Biafran people. It helped us towards the freedom that we seek. And for you, all those saboteurs that are sabotaging the freedom of Biafra, we will remember. We will never forget. We will never forget. That is the same reason why we are calling on all groups. Whether you are in AVID, AVID is not a government. AVID is a group from Biafra land. They can advocate, talk about the freedom of Biafra. And at the same time, they need to recognize Biafra Republic government as being the government of the people. If they want to come, join on board, the door is open. And we also call the 100 men. They can have their 100 men group as long as they don't interfere with the government activity, as long as they don't try to destroy, sabotage the government of Biafra. The IPOB group, they can have their group, put themselves together, and also support Biafra Republic government in Israel, because the government is also their government. All of them must not come and answer Brgie or join Brgie. But them in different groups can organize themselves and support the government of Biafra. Chief Owazurike Mazor. We also welcome their group to support Biafra Republic government in Israel, because the only government of which I am the Prime Minister, fighting very hard from Washington, D.C. The USP group, they can group themselves doing what they are doing as long as they are not interfering in Biafra Republic government in Israel. A lot of members of this group are innocent. They do nothing wrong. Some of them are just being misled by their leaders, like Ngozi Orabeze, an evil woman who is trying to destroy what we are doing. Please, we encourage and call on all groups to come and work under Biafra Republic government in Israel. The accountability groups, the independent medias, as long as you are Biafra, it don't matter what group you belong to, come and support your government. It is your government, it is our government, it is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Please, Biafrans, we will be joining our fundraising very soon. We encourage every group, support your freedom. Support your freedom now than ever before. And those that are sabotaging what we are doing, disease from sabotaging what we are doing. The Biafra Republic government in Israel will be the government that liberate Biafran people, so that we can restore our lost glory, Republic of Biafra. Biafra is the only hope. There is no hope in Nigeria, and you can't stay in Biafra and hope in United States of America. It don't work like that. We need to be free. You can't stay in Singapore and want Singapore people to come and free you. You have to work hard to free yourself. Countries can only recognize you and support your effort. Please, there's an important announcement I'm going to make. In a few days' time, we'll be issuing a press statement and we'll detail everything about the lawsuit. Some individuals, some individuals have sue Biafra Republic government in exile. It is a shame. We have a lot of mountain to climb. Some individuals are being hypocrites. The same people that said Biafra don't take Biafra to court, Biafra don't sue Biafra. What's changed? That they sue Mazi Ogechukwu Mkere and Intafra. If you all think that this lawsuit is just against me, no. They are suing Biafra. We are not bothered about it because what they have there is nonsense. They don't have the legitimacy. The people in question that want to claim Brgie never belonged to them. The people in question, if you ask them, how did they register Brgie? They don't know. How much do they pay or contribute towards registration of Brgie? They don't know. I don't see how somebody will stay in Finland and want to claim ownership of government that was registered in United States of America. Why didn't he register it in Finland? Why didn't he register in Finland? Biafra Republic government in exile, God have used me to rescue this movement and to rescue this government. God have used me to register Brgie. I can tell you time, date, when Brgie was registered. I can tell you how much that was spent, whether we prioritize the registration or whether we go the normal process. Those that are coming after me and Brgie, that Brgie belong to them, they don't have anything to prove that Brgie belong to them. Ask them, in the article of registration of this beautiful government, how many of them the United States of America asked for their date of birth? How many of them? How many of them the United States of America asked for their social security number that control all their information? None of them. I registered Biafra Republic government in exile for Biafran people. It is an assignment that the Biafran people assign me to register Brgie. Please, those on social media, stop trying to make this a big deal. Biafra Republic government in exile is government of Biafra, and those individual lunatics that are suing us, shame unto them. They have proven that they are not here for Biafra. They have proven that they are saboteurs. From Simon to the least, they all should be ashamed of themselves. They should keep their ego, self-centeredness aside. Biafra Republic government was registered to fight and free Biafran people. And I can't stop fighting for you. And I have promised you that nothing will happen to Brgie. Because it is necessary that Biafra Republic government in exile and his grant to be able to carry the diplomatic work that is going in Washington, D.C. Please, those of you that are panicking that some individual have sued Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon and his group, those of you that are panicking, please stop panicking. Don't be afraid. Biafra Republic government in exile can never be destroyed. No one born of a woman. After all this pain, from 1967 to 1970, after all this pain, after all the massacre conducted by Nigeria and her allies, after the killing even today happening in Biafra land by these Islamic jihadist terrorists, after this pain they have put us through, you think I will abandon this movement? Do you think I will allow Simon Ekpa and those that have sued me to destroy Biafra Republic government in exile. It will never happen. Those from Simon and his group that sue Brgie, especially Simon is the one that said, Brgie don't sue, Biafra don't sue Biafra. He reminded me about Emeka Livingstone. He said, Ogechukwu Mkere, when Emeka Livingstone stole our flag from the office, the beautiful office where I am, in USA here, do we sue him? The same man is suing me. One that shall never end. Those that are claiming Brgie, you cannot claim the government of Biafra. The government of Biafra belongs to Biafran people. And they have given us a mandate. And the mandate is to restore the Republic of Biafra. Brgie going nowhere. Brgie cannot be transferred to those that will sabotage this movement. The whole Brgie tight. Biafra Republic government in exile have been the worst nightmare of the Nigerian government. Biafra Republic government in exile have been the worst nightmare of all the sabos that are directly or indirectly working in favor of Nigeria. All those in the lawsuit suing Brgie, Biafra Republic government in exile, they are sabotaging these great courts one way or the other. If someone have a problem with Brgie, why not he wait upon his release? We'll fix things, we'll work things out. For him not even being part of Brgie, it is a good thing. If anything happens, so he won't be held accountable while he is imprisoned by the enemy of Biafra. All of them, these lunatics that are suing Brgie, should be ashamed of themselves. I, Ogechukwu Mkere, I will be their last. They underestimate me, thinking that I can't do nothing. But seeing the success, the result, what Biafra Republic government in exile have accomplished with Biafran cabinet is making them go gaga. They are not happy with our achievement. We have educated United States of America on what the Nigerian terrorist state is doing towards the Biafran leaders, of which America is coming after, Nigeria is coming after me. Now, Simon Ekpa and the group coming after me. The same Ogechukwu Mkere, the same Biafra Republic government in exile that is having meeting with US government, trying to see how we can save the Biafran Christians. Please, don't worry about this. I will call it a shithole claim that they have claimed in their lawsuit about how Brgie belong to them. They want Brgie back. If they know Biafra Republic government in exile belong to them, why do they go and open another organization in Ohio, August or September 2025? We cannot allow them have Brgie. Brgie cannot go to do sabotaging our movement. I will hold it tight for Biafran people. It is a mandate given to me. And if this is what I do till I die, I will do it. I'm not regretting anything at all. Please, thank you, Biafrans. In a few days, we'll be getting a press release to address the details of the lawsuit. But for those that sue Biafra Republic government in exile, they should be ashamed of themselves. They are not fighting for Biafras. As it stands, they have betrayed this great movement. We'll keep marching, we'll keep moving forward until our freedom is totally restored. Please kindly join this fundraising so you can support your people, so you can support Biafra. Honorable Minister of Information, I don't know if we have time to play any other video to show what is happening in Nigeria currently, because every day there is too many video emanating from that country. A lot is just happening. It's disheartening. People don't supposed to be massacred, killed the way they've been killed by these Islamic jihadist terrorists. They are now everywhere. And actually, Biafra land happened to be safer because of the security BDF we have in our land. And we need to fund, do whatever we can to support our vulnerable one back home. We need to do whatever we can for us to totally be free. If there is time, you play a short video, or if you just want to play a few minutes of that Odumeje, that would be very, very, very nice of you. But if not, just kindly let me know. Please let me know so that we can.
I can play the Odumeje.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and play the video. Please, Biafrans, listen very, very well, okay? Please listen to this video of Odumeje, how he was lamenting and everything he said there. But he knew that Biafra is the answer. So if they can come forward and just make it clear that all we need is Biafra. But because of their security and where they are, some of them are being careful and they choose their choice of word. Thank you very much.
We voted you in there to manage our resources. No security. Many of our students are in the bush, kidnapped. In Nigeria, nobody know the bush who are you deceiving. Stop this thing. And you saw people moving daily basis, senator, governor, president, nobody care. And everybody is campaigning for the next position of the seat you will occupy. It is not talking about how to go and bring these people inside the bush. He will show the people that voted him in there to go and represent them, to protect them. They will be inside the bush and they put knife in their neck, killing them daily basis. Which kind government? Which kind leadership? We are fathers, and I'm a prophet. I die for the truth. Look at a bandit making a request to the government. Hey, now, here government now. Here government now. Here business. And government is negotiating with the criminal, with the bandit. You will look for them and kill them. Giving a government and telling government, this is our request. If you refuse, God, I am a father. And when you talk about the facility to know what is called leadership, I have them A1. And look at the bandit. In a country they call one Nigeria. Who did one Nigeria help? And a particular people, bandit, requesting that they need Sharia law. They want to Islamize us. We don't have much time to live here on earth. And this little time we have, we need it to fight for the freedom of our children. Even if we die for it, we do not care. We have lived life 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. What are you living for? What you ask yourself in that age of your 50 years, what have I done for the country? The reason why God bring us here on earth and put every facility on this earth is for all to use it to help ourselves. No 24 hours light in Nigeria. No good road in Nigeria. No security in Nigeria. When a government do a load that they do with your money, they will be posting it. We are working. Brgie, which country in the whole world now are posting the main load they do? Tell me. Countries has gone far. Go to China. You saw what they call country. You saw what they call you call government. Every day these people are going to nuclear. These people are going to digital world. Our government don't learn any good thing from other country. Only thing we know how we share our money. A bandit in the question in the bush, in a country, soldier, police, a lot of military are there. This country did not belong to anybody. It did not belong to any governor. It did not belong to any president. It belongs to you and I. Any president will come and go. Governors will come and go. Senate, but we are there. Everybody acquire the money the way they want. After you step, they were left, and we continue where we are. No 24 hours light, no good road. Since the Nigeria happened today, we are still shouting up and about. Each generation are doing that kind of thing. Look at ordinary Ghana here. Ghana are enjoying 24 hours light. Ghana will pursue away from our country. Our children go to internet. You will see bandits vetoing themselves, lifting their gun, threatening the country and the people, and telling you there is nothing you can do. Yeah, and we keep quiet. Our brother Nnamdi Kanu saying it from long time. They say what this man is talking about. Now Yoruba are running hair-scatter in their own state. Hausa are running hair-scatter. Nobody go for farm. When good people talking, listening to them. But come here in this altar, any church pastor in this Nigeria, all the big pastor, redeemed, all winners, this is not time. Dunamis, this is not time for the people that you people gather. You keep quiet not to tell them the truth. We have to wake up and request for a good government. We have to wake up. People are living in fear in their villages. So the villagers are coming out in township. Nobody stays in the village. If you're keeping your family in the village, you are on your own. No, we are not developing at all. More evil are skyrocketing. I thought that as government are still moving forward, like tomorrow will be better than yesterday. I thought after the independence now, we are heading to the where we are going to. For now, we were challenging Russia in development, challenging America in development. The money is there, the resources is there, the oil is there, but people are using it for themselves and their family. Their children are in overseas. If they are sick, their doctor, they will fly to overseas. When you that own the resources, you are sick, you go to a Nyogu hospital. Why are they flying to overseas? But we voted them in for a good development. And you come and tell me, I'm governor, I'm a senator. But in the time of election, you are looking for people. Every youth, every Nigerians, the good Nigerians, let us get together and bring a good government. A good government that will bring development for us. A good government that can make investors. Because what bring investors? The foreigners can never come down here to invest. Yeah? Look at foreigners. They go to Dubai. Every country that you see, amen, today, that is working, developing, it is foreigner. Investors come because their governor, their president put the facilities in order. A good road, 24 hours light. What did it take for? It's not your money, it is our money. You don't work for it. If to talk the truth, you die. Let's talk that truth. A bandit. But if you see anybody that will be tracked down and put track you on your ozubo, a man of government in Alwalo, on your ejite, I'm an onya and on a bandit open up an internet to Kulujim Naba, and you saw our leader carry money, go and negotiating. This is not our leadership. Who are you deceiving? They are named people. We are fathers, and we must give account every time. Our children, when we old, our children, Look at videos of our father Ogechukwu flying, and we are proud of him because everything that make him to fight, you are seeing it today. Injustice to Igbo people. Nothing I've ever give to you. This is what led to that war. Give my people their right. Seaport, international airport, go to Lagos every blessed day and they develop things. Go to Abuja. Investors are coming. They are building skyscrapers. No one in Igbo land. No seaport. No international airport. No visa embassy in Igbo land. Nenum choice of visa in Jebe Lagos. When they come now holiday in Kabikon. Which government? Choice of visa in Jebe Abuja. In a country that are talking about one. Look at the Joma in Egwegu when they melo politics. Look at the Joma Omo mother because Obolo Omo governor. Obolo nwa senator, obolo nwa president. Oya keka jeme election. Ne kuonya ya vote for me. It's not your brother. Can a chechi knows of what is your motofa? Onya obona ne go bulletproof. Onya go bulletproof. Onya kwa bulletproof because this is our money. Or else I jeba ne le bulletproof kuchi also. Or guy ye bunya kwa bulletproof. Because if you go to foreign countries, if you don't have a job, the government will pay you until they bring a job to, so that you shall not be a criminal. Is it not true? What make people to be a criminal? Is it not because of no job? When an hunger, I go to the lonya or chonyo yezulegia wejegoluni. That's why I used to ask them, what have you provided for the youth?
Thank you, Minister of Information. I believe every Biafran realized that Nigeria is not working. Odumeje, if you listen to what he just said, no seaport workable in Biafra land. No good international airport. If you have to travel out of Biafra land, you either go to Lagos or Abuja. Because this terrorist country, they don't recognize the people of Biafra. They just want the resources from our land. They don't care about us. So we Biafra, please, it's time we found our freedom. And like I said earlier, all other groups, organize yourself, be doing what you are doing. But remember and recognize your government, Biafra Republic government in Israel. We need everyone's support. Because we are the one carrying the load from Washington, D.C. We are the one United States of America is currently working with. And this is the government they know. And please, all saboteurs, desist from your evil way. Stop sabotaging this great movement. And for what is happening in Nigeria, especially in Southwest, it's a welcome development. Because we Biafrans expected this to happen. We have warned them, the game plan of this Islamic jihadist terrorists, not knowing that this terrorist is their brother, not knowing that they love these terrorists, they want to live and work with these terrorists. Until they make a U-turn to fight for their freedom, they will not be free. We can't live in a country where bandits negotiate with the government. We can't live in a country like Nigeria, where Nigerian government pay these terrorists billions of naira. They are actually helping these terrorists to acquire more weapons. They embolden these terrorists to keep killing innocent Christians. We are not Nigeria. We can never be Nigeria. Please stop fighting Ogechukwu Mkere. Stop fighting Biafra Republic government in exile. Stop fighting the people of Biafra. You that is fighting me, if you take me down, what will you gain from it? The same way Nigerian terrorist government go after Simon Ekpa in Finland. Now Simon Ekpa from prison is coming after Biafra Republic government in exile and I am Ogechukwu Mkere. So if we condemn the Nigerian terrorist state, don't you think we'll condemn Simon and the group that sue us? Because if they still believe in Biafra Republic government in exile, if he's still part of this government, he will not go to sue Biafran government. But at the end of the day, it will be a disaster for him if you don't make a U-turn and do the right thing. Thank you. Thank you. Please kindly join our fundraising. The link is out, and Biafrans, you all know the link we use, where we raise funds to take care of our land, to take care of our people, and for what is happening in the north and southwest. Let it continue, because that will hasten our freedom. God bless United States of America. God bless Biafra Republic, known as Republic of Biafra. Thank you from me.
Voice of Biafra TV, the voice of truth, the voice of the people.
There is only one broadcasting network.
Voice of Biafra TV,
The first, the best, and the last.
voice of Biafra TV.
We lead, we shine, we last. The first, the best, and the last.
From the east to the world, hear the truth unfold. No other station does it better. Truth be told, real stories, real power, real Biafran soul. Every day, every hour, we taking control.
Breaking every silence, letting voices rise, standing for the people, opening their eyes. Strong and unshaken, both for all to see, broadcasting the future.
Voice of Biafra TV.
There is only one broadcasting network. Voice of Biafra TV. The first, the best, and the last. Voice of Biafra TV.
First to speak, best to watch, last to
Voice of Biafra TV. Voice of Biafra TV.
Hollywood, Hollywood.
Voice of Biafra TV.
Only one, no only one.
Only one. Voice of Biafra TV. Only one. Voice of Biafra TV. Only one. Voice of Biafra TV. Only one. Hear the people sing at last. Voice of Biafra TV. In the heart of Africa, a nation bleeds. Not from a single wound, but from 1,000 cuts. Inflicted by a forced union, never meant to endure. This is the story of Nigeria. A giant built on false foundations, now straining beneath the weight of its own contradictions. And at the center of that storm stands the unbroken spirit of Biafra, crying out for freedom from a nightmare that has consumed millions. It began with the rivers of blood in 1966. Thousands of Biafran men, women and children, professionals, traders, students and families who had built lives across the Federation. became targets in the north.